guys, thanks for tuning in. As we can tell by the title here, I want to talk about loaded firearms and safety and training and that kind of thing. I've had many conversations with many different people over the years about firearm safety, family, friends, that kind of thing, people online. I just recently had a very quick conversation via some comments on one of my videos where somebody was leaving a comment about one of my videos, and at the end they said, by the way, did the firearm have to be loaded when you were doing the video? That seems pretty unsafe. I responded to him, I think I got my point across. But it made me realize that especially for newer gun owners who might not be as well versed in firearms, that it needs to be put out there that there are situations you're going to find yourself in. It could be something like when you're making a video, as I am. It could be when you're putting on your firearm in the morning, putting it in its holster. Transporting it from your safe to your vehicle, and then from your vehicle to the range. Whatever it may be, you're going to find yourself in situations where you are going to be faced with the choice of, do I handle this firearm while it's loaded, or do I just go ahead and unload it and then do what I was going to do with it? Now, I think it would be pretty ridiculous, and I think most of us would agree, if we unloaded a firearm every time we moved it from one place to another, especially if this is a firearm you're using for self-defense or concealed carry or open carry or whatever it may be. Maybe if you're taking it to the range, I can understand not having a firearm that you don't load up until you get to the range, but in many situations, most situations, it makes more sense to not have to unload and then reload a firearm every time you pretty much handle it. For example here, I've got two loaded firearms right here. These are both my concealed carry guns. They're both fully loaded, ready to go. Neither one of them have safeties, but I feel perfectly comfortable having them here. I know how to handle them properly, and I know which direction to point them in so that they are not a danger to anyone. That's just one example. Again, like I said, making videos is a time when somebody out there might find themselves in a situation where, do I handle it loaded or do I not? It really comes down to, in my mind, training. Okay, this should not be necessarily a safety issue, because if you're training properly, if you know how to properly handle your firearms, you take the safety issue out of it. Yes, it is a tool that is designed to do damage, and so there is an inherent sense of safety involved when handling firearms. But if you've properly trained yourself, you can make sure that you've taken that out of the equation, that you know you're not going to even accidentally do something that could damage yourself or others, or cause a negligent discharge or anything. It's all about proper training. It really is a situation where, it's not about fear, it's about respect. Respecting the firearm, respecting the tool that it is, so that you know that you don't have to fear that tool, that you know how to use it properly, and those around you shouldn't fear it, and neither should you. Basically, it boils down to this. No one should be afraid of a loaded firearm, unless you're trying to harm the person holding it.